Why are you here, Mr. Clarkson?
Well, because I'm here to support farmers.
Right. Are you angry?
It's difficult to be angry on somebody else's behalf. That's like being... Yes, no, I'm not angry on someone else's behalf.
Right. So it's not about you. It's not about your farm and the fact that you bought a farm to avoid inheritance tax.
Classic BBC there. Classic. Oh, yeah. It's not the fact that I bought a farm to avoid inheritance tax. The fact.
You told the Sunday Times in 2021 that's why you bought it.
These people.
Sorry?
BBC. Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
I wanted a shoot. Okay? That's even worse to the BBC. I wanted a shoot, which comes with the benefit of not having to pay inheritance tax. Now I do. But people like me will simply put it in a trust.
Right. So Jeremy Clarkson has gone and done it again. The man who once punched a producer over a steak, who's made a career out of saying exactly what everyone's thinking but shouldn't say out loud, has now banned every single Labour MP from his pub. Not just Keir Starmer. Not just the cabinet. All of them. 411 politicians, give or take, told to sling their hook before they even think about ordering a pint at the farmer's dog. And honestly, the absolute scenes. This is Pete Clarkson, isn't it? The man's turned his Cotswold boozer into the most exclusive club in Britain, and the only membership requirement is not being a Labour MP brilliant. Quick favor, if you're loving this chaos already, hit that subscribe button. Over 94% of viewers haven't yet. It's free, takes a second, and means a world to us. Cheers if you did. Now back to the show. So let's set the scene properly, shall we? Jeremy Clarkson, television presenter, professional provocateur, and now apparently hospitality revolutionary, opens a pub called the Farmer's Dog in the Cotswolds. Cost him a cool £1,000,000, because of course it did. This is Jeremy Clarkson we're talking about. The man doesn't do anything by halves. When the place opened its doors last year, the very first thing Clarkson did, before even pouring a proper pint, was ban the Prime Minister. Sir Keir Starmer, leader of a nation, nigh to the realm, prohibited from entering. Couldn't even get past the front door if he tried. And now? Now Clarkson's decided that banning just Starmer wasn't ambitious enough. Why stop at one when you can ban the entire parliamentary Labour Party? It's like his collecting politicians is barred like Pokémon cards, except instead of catching them all, he's kicking them all out. And the reason? Well, it's not just because Clarkson fancies being difficult on a Tuesday afternoon, though that certainly helps. No, this is about the government's latest budget, specifically the absolutely eye-watering increases to business rates that have landed on pubs like a grand piano falling from the sky in a cartoon. Clarkson's rates have gone from around £28,000 a year to well over £50,000. That's nearly double. In one go. For the same pub, the same building, the same everything. The only thing that's changed is Rachel Reeves opened her red box and decided hospitality needed a good kicking. Clarkson told The Sun, and I quote, "I was well ahead of the curve when I banned Starmer. Every Labour MP is barred now. Our annual business rates have gone up astronomically. It is a disgrace." Strong words from a man who once called Gordon Brown a one-eyed Scottish idiot on television. When Jeremy Clarkson thinks you've gone too far, you properly miscalculated. But here's where it gets properly interesting. Clarkson isn't alone in this. He's not some lone wolf howling at Westminster from his Cotswolds fortress. Around 50 pubs across the country have put up signs saying no Labour MPs in protest. 50. That's not a publicity stunt. That's a movement. That's publicans nationwide deciding they had enough of being promised help and getting hammered instead. These are the same people who survived COVID lockdowns, energy price spikes, supply chain chaos, and are now being told by the Chancellor that she's delivering the lowest tax rate since 1991. Except she's absolutely not, is she? Let's talk about Rachel Reeves for a moment, because this woman deserves her own segment in this absolute omnishambles. The Chancellor stood up in the House of Commons during the budget and proclaimed, with a straight face, that she was introducing permanently lower tax rates for over 750,000 retail, hospitality, and leisure properties. Permanently lower, the lowest since 1991. She might as well have announced she was personally buying everyone a pint. Except as the details emerged after her speech, business owners started doing the maths and realized something rather unfortunate. Their bills were actually going up. Substantially. It's like being told you've won the lottery, only to discover you've actually been entered into a debt collection program. According to UK hospitality, small venues, pubs, bars, cafes, the backbone of British social life, will see business rates bills rise by £318 million over the next 3 years. £318 million. That's not relief, that's robbery with a smile. James Fowler, who owns a Larder House pub in Bournemouth, came up with the original idea to ban Labour MPs, and is not mincing words about why. You just feel like you are being ignored all the time, he said. So it is a very direct and clear message that we are not happy with Labour MPs and the hidden taxes they have thrown onto us. Hidden taxes. That's the kicker, isn't it? It's not just that the taxes are going up, it's that they are sneaking in the back door while the Chancellor's out front claiming she's helping. It's a political equivalent of someone stealing your wallet while shaking your hand and complimenting your jacket. And it gets worse, because the business rates aren't the only problem. Pubs are also dealing with massive increases in employer national insurance contributions and wages, all announced in Labour's first budget, all landing at once. It's like the government looked at the hospitality industry and thought, you know what? These people have had it too easy. Let's make sure they are properly struggling. Nick Mackenzie, chief executive of Green King, which oversees 2,600 pubs, wrote an opinion piece for the Daily Mail where he didn't hold back. Quite simply, this isn't the relief or reform we were promised, and it could be the tipping point that changes the shape of the industry forever. The man runs Green King. He's not some small-time operator complaining about pennies. He's watching an entire sector collapse in real time and ringing the alarm bells as loud as he can. Mackenzie pointed out that pubs have survived wars, recessions, and even a global pandemic, but they are now threatened by the constant layering of costs from wage rises, food inflation, and recycling requirements, topped off by business rates. It's death by 1,000 cuts, except each cut is getting progressively deeper and more expensive. And the government's response? Silence. Always platitudes about how they are listening and working with the sector. Lennox, another hospitality figure, said that despite several meetings between sector representatives and ministers, Labour aren't listening, meaning more extreme measures are now needed. Hence the signs, hence the bans, hence Jeremy Clarkson turning his pub into a Labour-free zone and becoming an unlikely folk hero for frustrated business owners nationwide. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the empty bar stool where a Labour MP might have sat today. Is banning politicians from pubs actually going to change government policy? Probably not. Will Rachel Reeves wake up tomorrow, see that she can't get a pint of the farmer's dog, and immediately reverse the business rates increases? Unlikely. But that's not really the point, is it? This is about making noise. This is about publicans, who've historically been quite a stoic bunch, standing up and saying, actually, no, this isn't acceptable, and we're going to make sure everyone knows it. It's brilliant marketing. For one thing, every single pub that's put up a No Labour MP sign has probably seen a surge in customers who want to show solidarity. And it's forcing the conversation. You can't ignore 50 pubs banning your entire parliamentary party. Well, you can try, but it looks terrible. Business rates have been a disaster for years. High street firms have long complained that the system is unfair and outdated, penalizing physical shops and pubs while online sellers laugh all the way to the bank. Amazon doesn't pay business rates on warehouses the same way your local pub pays rates on its building. It's fundamentally broken. Everyone knows it's broken. Every government for the past 20 years has promised to fix it. And yet here we are, with pubs paying more than ever while being told they're getting relief. It's gaslighting on an industrial scale. The tragedy here is that pubs aren't just businesses. They are community hubs. They are where people gather, socialize, celebrate, commiserate. They are part of the fabric of British life. And they are disappearing. According to recent figures, Britain is losing pubs at an alarming rate, and policies like these accelerate that decline. When a pub closes, it doesn't just mean job losses and lost revenue. It means communities lose a gathering place. Villages lose their heart. And once they are gone, they don't come back. You can't UN close a pub. Jeremy Clarkson, for all his controversies, understands this. His show, Clarkson's Farm, has been a massive hit precisely because it highlights the struggles of rural life in British agriculture. His use his platform to bang on about farming issues, inheritance tax changes affecting farmers, and now hospitality challenges. Whether you agree with his methods or not, his amplifying voices that often get ignored. And banning Labour MPs from his pub? That's pure theatre. It's provocative, it's headline-grabbing, and it's effective. The entire country is now talking about business rates and the budget's impact on pubs. Mission accomplished. What's particularly delicious about this whole situation is how it's turned the tables politically. Labour, traditionally the party of working people, is now being portrayed as the enemy of small businesses and community institutions. The optics are terrible. Imagine being Keir Starmer, trying to present yourself as a man of the people, and you can't even get a pint at a country pub because the owner thinks your government is destroying his livelihood. It's not exactly the image of connection and understanding you want to project. And it's not just Clarkson's pub. It's dozens of pubs. It's a pattern. It's a problem. The government's defense seems to be that the majority of hospitality businesses will benefit from the changes, but that rings hollow when you've got Green King's chief executive writing opinion pieces about how the industry's been let down, and publicans across the country putting up protest signs. Either the government's maths is wrong, or they are being deliberately misleading about who benefits. Neither option looks good. And when your chancellor boasts about delivering the lowest tax rate since 1991, but businesses see their bills skyrocket, the credibility gap becomes a credibility canyon. What happens next? Well, probably not much in terms of immediate policy change. Governments don't tend to reverse budget decisions because publicans get angry, no matter how justified their anger is. But there's an election in a few years, and these things accumulate. Every business owner struggling with increased costs is a potential lost vote. Every closed pub is a visible reminder of policy failure. And Jeremy Clarkson, whether intentionally or not, has become the face of this particular rebellion. The irony, of course, is that Clarkson probably doesn't need the pub to make money. He's got television deals, book sales, his farm. The pub is a passion project. But for the vast majority of publicans joining this protest, their businesses are their livelihoods. They are not banning Labour MPs for fun. They are doing it because they are desperate to be heard, because traditional channels aren't working, because they are watching their businesses slowly suffocate under the weight of ever-increasing costs while the government claims to be helping them.